Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to go over a few pairs I have on my watch list and see what potential trading opportunities we have for this coming week. As you know, we are back manually trading. We still do have the EA thing going on, but it's in the background. And now we are back to manual trading, so it's a double thing. So back to today's video. We're going to start off with JPYX. And as we can see, last week prices closed with a solid bullish candle after being rejected off this structure right here, meaning we do have a possibility of prices to keep on pushing given the momentum. However, we can see we do have some kind of rejection up there. And if it does keep pushing, this will be our target right here. Now, let's go to the lower time frames and see what's going on. On the daily, we can see prices already broke some highs. We did have this high where prices broke that, and this high where prices also broke that. So we do believe it is in a solid bullish trend. There's no arguing about that. Now, if we zoom out and actually go to even lower time frames on the 4 hour, and then we use a trend line to measure, you know, the trend here, we can see prices already broke above that. And given it already broke this high, and this high, we know it's in a solid bullish trend, which we already have established. Now, what are we anticipating? Obviously, we are anticipating to ride this bullish trend wave, right? And we can see it's a solid strong bullish trend. Obviously, as you can see here, it's a very strong trend. Now, I do believe it is currently kind of retracing after breaking below these lows and closing with that bearish candle. I do believe it is retracing, and possibly prices will be retracing until some kind of this market structure here. We do have some kind of structure here. So I do believe prices will be retracing here. Let's see if it does actually align with the Fibonacci key level. Now, prices, I do believe, will be retracing until there before we actually see a bullish continuation. So, yeah, 50, around 50, which is the golden key level. So, I do believe prices will be retracing until here before we actually see some kind of a solid pump to or continuation to the upside. And that's my view on JPYX this coming week. Now, once it starts pumping higher, first targets will obviously be here, and then final targets will be there should prices actually break that structure right there. And that's my view on JPYX. And let's see how it will be impacting the other currency pairs, such as Euro JPY. Now, we do know JPYX is inversely correlated to Euro JPY. Now, with Euro JPY, we can see prices failed to break this structure here. However, it did break some minor internal structures, such as that, indicating prices are most likely still bearish, but just not that strong. Yeah. However, such things don't really um get under my skin, because once I see JPYX, that's the overall trend. Like Euro JPY will follow JPYX. That's like a given. So I do understand, because I've analyzed JPYX, I do know that prices here on Euro JPY will most likely follow the lead and continue in the direction that the JPYX is leading to. Now, the prices, I am anticipating them to see them retrace until somewhere here before we see a continuation to possibly these lows. If prices don't retrace here, they will down here if they don't bounce. So these are the two levels I am actually interested or looking at for prices to give me potential trades. Obviously, once I get a confirmation, that's when I pull the trigger. Now, CAD JPY, same thing, same thing. With CAD JPY, prices have already broken below this low, indicating a strong trend, a very, very strong trend. So between Euro JPY and CAD JPY, I'll most definitely be focusing on CAD JPY because it has already indicated a very strong trend. And since we have already seen that, I do believe prices will keep on selling. See that momentum. See now. Okay, first place, these are the points of interest that I will be looking for prices to most likely retrace to before I see that continuation, right? Obviously, we do have to wait for confirmations before we take the trade, but points of interest are these 2 points that I will be looking and watching closely before we actually take any potential or any trade. Now, that's what I'm looking at for CAD JPY. So if you found value in this video, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, everything. Now, let's look at gold. Gold seems to be creating new higher highs. Currently, it's in a range. This is the 4 hour. Kind of losing momentum given the last 4 hour candle of the week, but it is in a range. I do believe prices are most likely going to break that high. However, should prices break below, I will be looking for sells until somewhere there. So with gold, currently I don't even have a bias. I am bullish biased, excuse me, I am bullish biased, but should prices break below, I won't be surprised because this is an all-time high and all-time highs are very hard to break most of the time, especially once they start ranging like this. It means there is not enough volume because if there was enough volume, there was enough buyers, prices would have kept pushing. I do think prices will retrace, maybe to look for more bullish volume or pressure or whatever before we actually see prices keep on pushing higher. However, my general bias is that gold will keep on pumping higher. Will it keep on pumping from here or will it keep pumping from down here? I don't know, but the general bias is bullish. So should prices break above here, we will be looking for buying opportunities. Should prices break below here, we won't sell. We will wait for prices to reach down here before we actually look for buying opportunities. So that's my view on gold and for this coming week. Now, let's talk a bit about the dollar. If we look at the dollar, I did send this analysis in my free Telegram group. If you're not in it, be sure to join. You're missing out. The link is in the description. I did send that prices will retrace until somewhere here before they start buying. Now, prices have retraced until here just as I anticipated, and now they have rejected of this structure and are looking to keep on pushing higher. As you can see, they already broke above this high, indicating they are creating higher highs on the lower time frame. And you can see as the week was ending, the dollar was losing momentum. So obviously, I do believe prices will keep on pushing higher. Now, that's my general view of the dollar, prices being bullish. How will this be impacting the other currency pairs? Obviously, UJ will be one of the trickiest pairs to trade this week because both the dollar and the JPY are bullish and they are both related in this pair. So it's obvious the strongest one will take over, but so far we still don't know what that will be. I do think, given that the dollar is or the US government is still shut down, I do believe the Japanese yen will be stronger. As you can see, even as the week was ending, prices were crazy bearish. So I do think with the JPYX, with the USD JPY, prices will most likely be fundamentally influenced more than technical. So I do think prices will be breaking below here and continuing with the sells. That's my view on USD JPY and how it will be playing out this coming week. Currently, you can see it's in a very strong structure. Prices have been rejecting it off it for a while. And this is my view. Should prices break below here, we'll be looking for sells. It will have broken a clear, strong structure and it will be in a free fall. Now, Euro USD, obviously, negatively correlated to the DXY. We can see prices were creating lower lows and lower highs, clear bearish trend, breaking low after low. I am still bearish biased in this pair until proven otherwise. Always follow the trend, always follow the market until proven otherwise. My next target will be here. Nothing crazy, a couple of pips. How many pips are these? About 80 pips. Now, should prices break below here, my next target will be here and then here. Once prices break that, then we might be looking for a free fall all the way down here. But currently, I am looking for this sweet sell setup right here, about 80 pips. GU, same thing, same thing. Prices are in a clear. We have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, lower low, and this is a potential um low, high. I mean, it's not a higher high, it's not a lower low, it's not a lower high, it's just a high because it's the same height as this. It hasn't broken the trend, so it is just a high. And if you look at it on the lower time frames, such as the 1 hour, let me remove these. If you look at it from the 1 hour, you can see it is still breaking these lows. So I do believe prices are still in a bearish trend on GU. And for that reason, I am still looking for sell setups on GU. I'll be looking for prices to sell. So that's my view on GU for this coming week. Now, if you found value in this video, kindly share, subscribe, like, comment your biggest takeaway. And if you're not in the free Telegram group, be sure to join. The link is in the description. We are moving. See you guys in there. And till next time, guys, appreciate you all. Cheers.